If you're looking for a spacious new home in the Columbus, Ohio suburbs for under $200 per square foot, this video is for you. I'm going to take you on a tour of 3 new construction homes for sale that are all 2,900 square feet and up, and just wait until you see inside. Oh, I've got a great home to show you first here today. I absolutely love this exterior, and this is an absolutely huge home. So I can't wait to show you around the inside of this. You know what's kind of funny is this front porch was totally deceptive to me. I was thinking at first that it was just this for the entry, and that was it. But you actually still do have a front porch over here, which is really cool to me because you still have the really nice stone look here. I mean, this is really beautiful. And but you don't lose out on having the nice little front porch. And I love the stone water table too on this home. Really nice. You have the hardy plank siding, which is great as well. So this is one of my favorite floor plans with this builder. There's just so many cool features with it. And there's just a ton of space too. Let me see if I can get this light picture on. There you go. I can see a little bit better. So here's technically your formal dining room, and it's really big, very, very big. So obviously it's looking out onto your front porch there, which with this particular home, you literally have looks like a little mini mansion over there across the street. So that your eyes aren't tricking you there. That is a beautiful home across the street. Unfortunately, I don't have access to that. Someone lives there, so I can't show it to you. But man, that'd be a great home tour right there. And so then across the way from the entry is the study, which has an even better view of that home. My goodness. There you go. So nice study here. Of course, you got the double doors. You do have 4 recessed lights, so you can get it plenty bright in here. But this is even nice even here without the lights on. It's still nice and bright in here with the window. So that is incredible. So before we step through the archway, I do want to take you right over here first to show you the powder room. Of course, we have an arrow on the wall. They still got to do a few little things. That's why you see all the blue tape for them to touch up things. And then we have a coat closet here at the front of the home. Nice double wide closet. So this, like I said, it's a big home. And so that's nice because that way you have a big closet for probably a big family. So stepping right in now, man, look at all these light switches. That is a ton of light switches. But really, this is the main show in town right here. 2-story great room, absolutely beautiful. Now, of course, they don't have, sometimes you'll see a home like this where you have it stone wrapped all the way up. So of course they don't have that, but this is still so nice. Gorgeous fireplace. I mean, this is a big room, really a ton of space in here. And I love too the fact that they have the staircase open into the great room. I mean, this is just fantastic. What a beautiful space. I mean, this whole area, from the archway right over there, from the front door. And again, not all the lights are on, but there's just so much natural light coming in, even though the sun is not even on this side of the home right now. The sun is actually coming from that direction. So no direct sunlight in, but just because you have so many windows. Got it. So this is one of my spaces in the home that is one of my favorites. So here's your eat-in kitchen space, which I don't even want to tell you, it's massive. You could have a 10 or 12 foot table here. It's so big, I love it. This is perfect for big families if you want to have a big table. And then right over here through that little lookout right there is your planning center area. So great space if you need kind of the family computer to be somewhere. A lot of times people have tablets or a laptop now, so you don't necessarily need it. But if you wanted there to be a central location, obviously this is great to have it. Here you have the cabinets, and you have all this space underneath. So if you need to have more storage for putting things away, for a great place for the kids to do their homework, this is it. And you still have a window in here, and you also have a light also. There you go, that way you have an idea of what it is like with that on. And then right next to that is the laundry room. And now I remember when I did the tour of this model home of this floor plan, when I came in and I saw the laundry room, I was like, what? This is nuts. I love it. Because keep in mind, this is not, that reminds me, I forgot to tell you the price. I was gonna say, this is not $1 million home. This home is actually listed at $680,000. So it's not $1 million home. So to get a laundry room this big with really nice countertops and to get a utility sink, I mean, I'm envisioning right now those like rolling laundry hampers that can come in and out from beneath here. That way you can have it organized per person or whatever. I'm like, oh, this is a dream come true for doing laundry in here for like a big family. This is incredible. I absolutely love it. And I love the fact that you have a window here too. So if I'm busy doing the laundry for all my kids and they're in the backyard, which by the way, the yard, there's a little stake right there. So from there over, it's just kind of where the tree line is. But from there over that way, it goes back really far into the woods, which is super cool. Anyway, but if the kids are playing in the backyard, I could be keeping an eye on them even while doing the laundry, which is really nice. All right, so over this way, we've got a root bench and drop zone area, which, by the way, this is a really big area. You have another coat closet, which again, I love it, having the family coat closet plus the coat closet at the entryway. But I love the fact that this is so big here because, one, you're right next to the garage entry, but two, you could put like another fridge here if you wanted to. Like if you're that family, which I am that family, and you need a second fridge, I would just put a fridge right there. That's amazing. So here is the garage. I like the fact that looks like there's a little bit of extra space right here. As you can see here, that way the stairs don't bump out into the main garage space. So that is nice. That would be probably my biggest drawback on this home, is that it doesn't have a 3-car garage. I feel like that's important nowadays, especially on a big home. But so that's my biggest drawback, I think. Yeah, I would totally put a fridge here as well. Which nice thing is though, so you have garage entry. Again, I'd put a fridge there, and then here's your pantry. So nice walk-in pantry. I know it has wire shelving. Some of you don't like that. I get it. You can always upgrade, right? But at least you have a good space for it. You have a lot of space, and also kind of nice that they didn't make this a 90-degree angle here, because that would get bumped into, I'm sure, a lot. So that was smart for them to do that, because it doesn't really impact all that much in here. You know, there's just that little bit of a section there where the shelving can't go to the end. So I know you're probably waiting, David, show us the kitchen. Here's the kitchen. Guys, this is so big. I love it. Of course, they're gonna put the vent hood over there. They just haven't, the range hood, they haven't installed it yet. But you have your built-in oven and microwave over there. You've got your gas cooktop. Your fridge will go over there. This builder doesn't provide the fridge just because they know people have their different preferences of fridges. I mean, if you remember my video from last week in Grove City, had the smart fridge where like I could have been playing my YouTube videos on the fridge while I was filming my YouTube video. And unfortunately, I didn't think of that in advance. But anyway, this kitchen has so much counter space, so much countertop space, and also so much cabinet space. It's absolutely amazing. Love it. And of course you got, you know, looking out from here, didn't even mention the fact that the countertop looks great. And the backsplash also looks great. A little bit of a closer look here. It's nice that it goes all the way up to the ceiling here, but it looks so nice. And I love just little features like this, you know, so that way if you have your big pots and pans, you have nice big drawers for them there. I think, yes. And on these cabinets, you have the pull-out drawers. Yes. That's so nice. That way you don't have to like kneel down and like try to reach all the way to the back of a cabinet. It's so difficult to do. I like where they put the trash cans over here. That's nice. Of course, you could also put something in your pantry if you wanted to put it over there out of the way also, but this is just so nice. And of course, you can walk through into the dining room as well. But this is just such a cool space. I love how big it is. I mean, you could probably fit 4 really big chairs here at the island, if not 5, if they're a little bit smaller. But this is a massive space. Again, one of my favorite floor plans of homes that aren't like a true like luxury mansion, because it's just such a big kitchen and such a big eating space as well here. In addition to, obviously the pantry and the laundry, like this whole first floor is just phenomenal. Obviously you could have maybe, if you're building this floor plan, I think you can turn the flex room here into a guest suite. I think that's one of the options. But obviously in this particular home, they didn't, they just left it as an office. I hope you're enjoying the home tour so far. I just wanted to say hi and thank you so much for watching. If we haven't met, my name is David DeLuey with Red One Realty, your Columbus, Ohio real estate agent. If you're thinking about buying or building a new construction home in the Columbus, Ohio suburbs, you've come to the right place. Every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, I show you Columbus, Ohio home tours of model homes and new construction homes for sale across the Columbus, Ohio suburbs, so you can see what living in Columbus, Ohio could look like for you. And by the way, if you want to make sure that you have representation from someone who has your best interest in mind, that's why I'm here. Because I focus so much of my time on new construction homes in the Columbus, Ohio area, this is an area of expertise for me that you just won't find elsewhere. Just make sure to reach out to me first before you go tour any model homes or talk with any builder reps, because with some builders, if I don't introduce you to them, they won't allow me to help you. Now, the great thing for you is that it doesn't cost you anything extra to work with me as your real estate agent, as the builders will compensate me and they don't give you a discount for not working with a real estate agent. I have people just like you reaching out to me all the time to help them with their move to Columbus, Ohio, and I absolutely love it. To contact me, you can send me a text, you can give me a call, you can send me an email, or you can schedule a time for a video call by scanning the QR code on the screen with your smartphone camera, or you can also find a link for it in the description. And of course, if you need to sell a home or you want to buy a home that isn't new, I'm more than happy to help you with that as well. I look forward to hearing from you soon to help you with your move to Columbus, Ohio. So obviously that basement was completely huge. This is a big house, right? And one of the things too that I appreciate about the design in there is that you don't have beams all over the place, like the vertical beams, the steel pole, the posts. And you also, where they have like the furnace placed and the rough ends for the bathroom placed, they're not like right in the way. So you could still have a massive open room in there. So really smart placement, because oftentimes you see homes and they're not placed all that well. So it's kind of in the way if you wanted to have a rec room or a movie room. Of course, you saw also down there the egress window and, like I said, the rough ends for a full bathroom. So you could add an additional room and full bathroom down there in the basement. So I believe this might be the smallest bedroom in this home, but you do have a walk-in closet, which is nice. And of course, pretty nice view out the front of the home. And I will say the intermediate school, so like the middle school, is just right over there, right beyond the mansion. So if your kids are middle school age, they could just walk down the street to it. So here is the first full bathroom. So I know this is just a single vanity, but don't be concerned. It's all right. You do, now the nice thing is you have 3 full bathrooms, because there's some homes where you just get 2.5 and that's it. But this one you do get 3.5. I guess I spilled the beans there, huh? So this is another cool feature of this home. Obviously the fact that it's open here, this is really cool. very nice. But the fact that you have this room right here. So this is officially a loft. Again, if you're building this home, you actually can turn this into another bedroom. And if I remember correctly, it can actually be another bedroom and bathroom. So you could have 4.5 bathrooms. And that's not even counting if you added the guest suite on the main level, which would be another full bathroom. So I mean, plus the bedroom and bathroom in the basement if you wanted to. So I mean, this home, I've lost track now of how many bathrooms and bedrooms that would be, because it would be 5 upstairs, a 6th on the main level, and a 7th in the basement. Plus we're already at 3.5. This would be 4.5, 5.5, 6.5. You could have 7 bedrooms and 6.5 bathrooms in this home. I mean, you don't see that very often. Considering, I forgot to look up the base price of this home. I'll put it on the screen for you. But considering this isn't like $1 million home. Now this home as it is over 3,500 square feet. So it's a big home. It really is a big home. Like, you do not see many new construction homes for sale, or model homes, whatever you want to call it, that are 3,500 square feet. So that is really nice, just to be able to get that big of a home. And now later in the video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about the most recent market update for this school district. We're in the Big Walnut School District. This is Sunbury, Ohio. So that's on the north side of Columbus. Sunbury is, if you take Interstate 71 from the Polaris Mall, you just go up to the next exit, and that is Sunbury. So here we have an ensuite bathroom, which is very nice. I'll get back to it in just a minute, because you're gonna see me in the mirror, and that's like revealing who Superman is, like taking, Clark Kent taking his glasses off and suddenly he becomes Superman. You can't see me. I guess that's more like Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man can't take his mask off. All these superheroes in there, what do they call it? When they're just, being their normal selves. I don't remember what the phrase is. Anyway, so maybe this actually might be the smallest bedroom. Anyway, it's still a pretty good size. I feel like in some of the smaller homes, I definitely see a lot of bedrooms that are about this size. So, but it still works. If you got a twin size bed or maybe a double bed or something, you could still fit a queen size bed in here if you wanted to. Again, you got a great view from this bedroom too. And my kids would be fighting over this all day long to be on the front of this home. Here you have another walk-in closet, which is nice. And then, as you probably guessed, here's access to the Jack and Jill bathroom. So very nice. Of course, in this one, you do have a dual vanity, which is incredible. And my favorite shared bathroom feature is you have a door to get to the toilet and the shower. So, and again, this is the other bedroom that we were just in. That is the other shared bedroom for this bathroom. So now you've seen 3 bedrooms plus 2 bathrooms up here. And now we need to see the primary. But anyway, I was talking about that we're in the Big Walnut School District right now. Let me get the light on for you. Let's see, there it is. We're in the Big Walnut School District. Like I said, we're just up Interstate 71 from the Polaris Mall. And fun story, they are currently building a new interchange. Like right now there is an interchange, like an interstate exit, it's for Sunbury, but like, I don't know, I guess it is a Sunbury address there. So here's one of your walk-in closets. Oops, I spilled the beans. It is, like I said, it's one of your walk-in closets. So it might not be big enough for you, but just in case it's not big enough, it's not the only one. I mean, you could put a twin size bed in here, so you could fit a king size bed in here if you wanted to. It's wide enough, you just wouldn't be able to get on the sides of it. It's huge. But anyway, so they're adding a new exit to the interstate. Like it's already, like the overpass isn't there, but they're adding the thing that goes in the middle of the interstate that helps support the overpass. So that's exciting, because then they're gonna add Sunbury Parkway that will help connect you from the interstate over to Sunbury, where we are here. So this is really convenient. you're just down the road from a grocery store, Kroger, if you're familiar with Kroger. And there's also some other little restaurants and whatnot over there. I just got some Wendy's before I came over here. And I mean, it was so quick to get to and from there. So here is now your primary bathroom. Double door entry, always nice. This one, you have the upgraded countertop. So this is like the countertop in the kitchen. So it looks stunning. The undermounted sinks, the really nice cabinets, the actual tile flooring looks great too. Really nice. So you have your private water closet with the door. And over here, you have a closet. This, I'm assuming, I forget off the top of my head, I believe one of the options would be is you could have a shower and a tub, or you just have this, like this would be the base option where it's just not a tub. Or I think you might also have the option of getting just a massive shower that spans this whole distance. So obviously it's the basic one in this particular home. And then here is your second walk-in closet, in case the other one wasn't enough for you. This is a big closet on its own. These are both big closets. Anyway, so later in the video, I'm going to talk more about this market update, which is really, really intriguing. I know, like, you might not be thinking, David, market updates are not exciting. Well, okay, I get it, but this is surprising. This is surprising, I'll put it that way. So it's exciting in that regard because it's like, wow, are you kidding me? It was definitely an unexpected thing. So stick around for that later in the video. And then finally here is the shower. So we're gonna go check out a few other homes after this that are a little bit more affordable. If you have any questions about this, please reach out to me. And here is the next home that we're gonna see. Really beautiful exterior on this home as well. Again, the very nice brick water table on this one. And you still have the nice hard siding. Very cool. So on this one, we have a flex room right off the front entry. So obviously there's no door right here at the moment, but you could add one pretty easily. And you do have some recessed lighting already there, plus it being pre-wired for additional, like a fan or another light fixture. Now here is your dining room. And then right over here, this is our powder room. So again, this is probably gonna be the typical type of powder room you see in a spec home with this builder. And you have a coat closet right there. We'll get to the basement in just a minute. This is kind of funny. So there's that middle school, the intermediate school is, as you can see, the building right over there. But they have a hill right there. All the kids are rolling down it. That's hilarious. But you do have a yard, don't worry. And the leaves have already fallen off the trees, so that's why you can see through it more now than you would otherwise be able to, because the leaves have fallen off the trees. But here is your living room area. Very nice corner fireplace here. This is a fun floor plan. And check out how massive this kitchen is. It's huge. Great space here. Now this one, it doesn't have as big of an eat-in kitchen space as the last one. So obviously, just got room for a little table there. But if you just utilize the dining room over there, obviously that's fine. Then you could just have a small table here for something extra. And then you do have some island seating here as well. And then you have the nice long subway tile for your backsplash. That is very cool. Now this home is going to be much more affordable than the first home we saw. So very different price points. So if affordability is something that is important to you, this will still get you that large home without quite as large of a price tag. So the smaller planning center area, but still nice here. And then we have the pantry right here. Pretty nice size walk-in pantry or step-in pantry. I'm walking around actually in here. And you even get storage behind the door too. So a lot of storage space in here actually. So a nice cozy place here. Like, I mean, this is still a big floor, but I know this, I mean, this is a good size. I was like, it feels like it should go more that way to me, but this is still a good size here. But as you can tell, obviously you got the flex room way up there, the dining room over there, big kitchen here, really nice. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, I was forgetting that it was laid out like this. Very cool. So you do have the laundry here on the main level. You can really see the difference between this one and the first home, where the first one had all that countertop space. But you still got a nice boot bench here and another coat closet right there. And here is your garage, which this is a fun surprise. Look at this. Oh my goodness. That's huge. So I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like one of the options in this home is you basically take this area back here and you can turn that into an additional bedroom and full bathroom. If I remember correctly, that is what can be done, because I feel like I actually had a client get this home where it had the bedroom and bathroom back there. So obviously this is really cool if you don't need the extra space inside the home to get a ton of extra storage in the tandem garage. That is just such a cool feature, you know, for when you don't have a huge lot width, to be able to add the tandem garage is so nice. So I'm going to jump into the market update in just a moment, but I do want to give you a quick teaser that in the next home, I'm going to go over some extremely important information if you're thinking about buying a home here in the Columbus, Ohio area in the next few months. You've got to stick around for that extremely important info for you. So for September 2025, here in the Big Walnut School District, closed sales were 41 compared to 37 last year. The average sale price was just under $627,000, whereas last year was $683,000. But we're again talking about 40 sales, so that's why there can be a big jump between months year over year. Median sale price was down just about $5,000 to $574,900, and the average sale price per square foot, was just under $261,000. Now the days on market till sale actually dropped significantly from 41 days last year to only 26 days this year. But the inventory of homes for sale increased from 58 to 76. So that's a 2.8 month supply of inventory. Now year to date, this year compared to last year, this year we're at $550,000 for the median sale price year to date, whereas last year was only $520,000. So that's an increase of just under 6%. So the really surprising thing I mentioned in the last video is that this month, Big Walnut Schools actually had the second highest median sale price of any school district in the Columbus, Ohio area, behind Upper Arlington. So that means it had a higher price than the New Albany School District, than the Olentangy School District, and even the Dublin School District. So the fact that it ranked like this month was absolutely wild to me. I do believe this is the same floor plan that I had another client buy a home with this floor plan, but for them, it's flip-flopped. So I'm disoriented because of the layout, because the loft on their home was on the other side. So they had a left side garage. So the loft was on the right side of the home. But very nice loft space here. Lots of recessed lighting. You even have an outlet over there on the floor. So then this is a very cool bedroom. The reason why it's so cool, we're going to see in just a second. You have a giant walk-in closet. I mean, this is huge. There's so much floor space in here. So one of the options they can do with this home, again, if you're building it, or if you just happen to find a spec home that has it, so you can actually have a bathroom, and then they still give you a closet also. So you can have a bathroom and a closet in there instead of just the closet. So that way you have, if you have a child that you want to have their own private bathroom, you can do that. So another good sized room over here. And another walk-in closet right there. Good amount of floor space. And here you've got your hall bathroom. This is just the vinyl, so it's not actual tile in the floor here. And then now our third secondary bedroom. Tell you what, the tandem garage thing, I like the idea of, just a standard 3-car garage, which you can see one right there across the way. If I can just get my zoom wheel to work, there you go, there's a 3-car garage. But if you can't fit a 3-car garage like that, standard where it's three bays to park vehicles in with the doors, getting a tandem garage is really nice. That way you still have the storage space. If you really need to park a car in it, obviously you could. I think for the most part, they're probably thinking people aren't going to park a vehicle, they're going to use it for storage, but it is very handy. And it's just so big. It looks so huge. All right, so here is now the primary bedroom in the home. And just for reference sake, just like that, the kids are gone. So it's not that it's like, wow, all day long, the kids are rolling down the hill. It's like, we just happened to walk in here right at the time when they were rolling down the hill. Anyway, that was kind of funny. All right, so here's your primary bathroom. You do have tile flooring in here. Very nice gray tile, I like it. So you do have an open space here if you need to put an extra vanity over there. And it looks like we have our private water closet over here, tucked away nicely right behind the sink. And then here is the walk-in closet with 2 separate sides. Very nice. And finally our shower. I like this tile for the shower. That looks very good. It's just really clean looking. Excellent choice, in my opinion. Which of course my opinion matters so much, right? In a home that you might want to buy. Now, maybe you value my opinion. Drop a comment if you value my opinion. I would greatly appreciate it. Anyway, let's go on to the next home. And last but not least, here is our final home tour for today. You have the true 3-car garage on this one, which again, I know I said I kind of like that personally. Just in case you need it, or in case you need to be able to get things out of the garage without pulling your car out. But this is a massive home. For being under $600,000, you are getting a really, really big home. So if you're needing a lot of space, this could be the one for you. If square footage is of utmost importance. So this flex space, this office, is really big. Again, this is something where you could put multiple people in here if you really want to. Put a desk there, put a desk here, put a desk right where I'm standing, and maybe even you put a corner desk, actually, along this entire wall here. It's so big in here. You really have a lot of opportunities to just put a lot of things in here. Put a desk, put a treadmill, put lots of chairs, put all sorts of things. So over this way is our powder room. Missing a light bulb, of course, but same idea as the last 2 homes. And of course the coat closet is right there. What is over here? Maybe this is, okay, yeah, that's the basement. We'll get to that in a little bit. So here's something I need you to see. Is it just me or is this like a school gymnasium? This is so big. Oh my goodness. I've only been in this floor plan one other time before because they just don't have them. But they had one other one in this neighborhood once before, and it's so big. One of the biggest living rooms I've seen on any home, regardless of price. Now, like not counting like a $2 million home, right? You know, like, cause someone could just go overboard and make this entire, you know, area here their living room. But even on like the $1 million custom homes, you typically don't see a living room quite this big. So huge. And so your dining area is this whole space in here. I mean, that's a huge island. And yet you could even have a bigger table than that. So this is great. If you've got a big family, you need a 10-seater table, you could put a 10-seater table here, no problem, no questions asked. It's awesome. And of course the island looks great. The countertop looks great. I could be wrong, but this looks like the same countertop that was in the first home. And I think the second home too had the same countertop. So you're not missing out by having this home at a lower price point than the other one. So this is a unique feature. So one, this tile is kind of unique. It almost has like a little bit of a rustic type look to it. But you have a window right here. And I think, I could be wrong, but I think in the other home of this floor plan, I felt like they might have had like a little, you know, small sink right here, which I thought, oh, that's really unique. And also unique too, I think, having the oven kind of over here. Now, it will make sense in just a second when I show you what's over to the other side, but you got your oven and microwave, and then you got your fridge over there. I would almost think to put the fridge here and put the oven over there, but maybe they didn't want to block the pantry if you happen to open up your oven. But speaking of the pantry, can anyone say, you know, not actually the world's largest pantry, because there are, you know, the luxury homes with pantries that are, you know, like entire big rooms. But this is a huge pantry for a home that's under $600,000. I mean, this is massive. You could put a crib in here or pack and play. You shouldn't, but you could, right? So your kid would grab all of the food off the shelves and try to eat it. But this is a fantastic kitchen. So much countertop space, so many cabinets, massive pantry, massive space for your dining table, and the huge living area. This is just a ginormous main living space. I love it. So this is why I was saying, you know, when I show you what's on the other side of the kitchen, why you can't have the oven over here, it's because you have your planning center, your little family office area. So it is right here. So it does look like on this one they have the laminate countertops instead, but you do have upper cabinets, which is really cool to have that. And then over here, okay, we've got a coat closet, and it's like a walk-in closet. This is, again, so big. This is a 3,300 square foot home, and it literally does feel like they just made everything bigger. I mean, this is huge. You could fit a twin size bed on the floor in there if you needed extra padding on your floor for some reason. You got a big boot bench, and you still have all this space in case you have a collection of robot vacuums or, 5 dog crates or something that you need to put here. I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. What a big mudroom. And then here is the 3-car garage, which again, fantastic. I love a 3-car garage. So it does bump back just a little bit over there since it's offset at the front. But this is amazing. Love it. All right, so we're gonna go check out the basement next. And as we do that, I wanted to go over that tip that I mentioned in the last home. That's really important for you if you're considering buying here in the next few months. So it is a known fact that in the Columbus, Ohio area, the number of showings decreased dramatically the week of Thanksgiving, and they stay lower during the month of December. Now, many of you might be trying to time the market. Maybe you want to wait for home prices to come down. Maybe you want interest rates to go down, which ironically, when interest rates go down, prices actually go up. So it might not be giving you the same effect that you're thinking it will. However, showings begin to increase dramatically in January. And all the builders I've talked to as well, they would say their foot traffic into their model homes increases dramatically the beginning of January. So right after New Year's, people who are looking for a home, they're on it, almost like a New Year's resolution. They are starting the process of looking for a new home. So what I would encourage you is, if you're looking to buy a home in the first couple months of 2026, or of any year for that matter, if you're watching this in the future, is not to wait until January to start the home buying process. So go ahead and reach out to me now, whenever it is that you're watching this. And that way we can start the process of contacting the builders. We can start the process of getting you pre-approved, because I want you to understand this. It's simple supply and demand. So if the builders have so many homes for sale, but then they have an influx of buyers interested in those same homes, they aren't as interested in offering crazy incentives to you as the buyer, because they just don't need to. It's supply and demand. So if you want to make sure that you can take advantage of the great incentives they have, again, make sure to start the process now. And ideally, you might want to get in contract sometime in December for a home to close later on. So that basement was huge. Again, obviously it's pretty normal to have a huge basement when the home is big. Whenever you have a full basement, that's why you get such a big space. Speaking of big spaces, we have another big loft. So I don't know what you're going to do with this loft. It's so big, you'll probably have to buy new furniture to fit in it, which I know is a problem. No one likes having to get new furniture. Obviously, I'm being a little sarcastic here, but this is a great space. Oh my goodness. And if you needed an extra bedroom, you could just wall off this space right here. And if you didn't want to touch this, you could just leave this area open as a smaller loft area, but that way you just have a bedroom over there. Or you could be creative, turn this area into a closet or something. There's a lot that you could do in this space. It's huge. Or just have it for, rec space, movie space, video game space, whatever type of space you need. But that is incredible. So this is a really good sized bedroom right here. Most of the time with these homes, actually, because I've been in them so many times, I know the layout extremely well. But since I've only been in this floor plan one other time, I'm like, I actually don't remember exactly how it goes. I remember the main level area because I was just talking to another client who found me on YouTube, by the way. I was talking to them about this home. They have one other home that's this floor plan that's ready to move in as well. It just didn't have a 3-car garage. So I was talking to them about this floor plan. So I was just looking at it. So I remembered the main level, but I forgot what the upstairs was like. But this is really cool. Which, by the way, again, if you have any questions, if you're curious about building a new home or buying a new construction home that's already built like this one, would love to hear from you. Again, this is what I do all the time. Like, I'm in these new construction homes every single week, talking to the builder reps every single week, almost every day. Sometimes I feel like they're like my friends and family because I talk to them so much. So anyway, it's an area of expertise that I can lend to you, knowing the ins and the outs, knowing what they can do and what they can't do. Obviously, if you want me to double check anyway, I could still double check, even if I know that they're going to say no. I'm still going to be happy to go to bat for you and see what we can do. But anyway, this is a fun floor plan. It's fun for me to kind of be surprised as I walk around homes. I do remember this from the other one. Obviously, they got some drawer problems here, but I remember the other one now having this big bathroom here. It's like, okay, this is nice. I kind of wish they'd moved the toilet over just a little bit and then put a wall and a door there. That way you could have some privacy because you have the space for it, right? There is plenty of space. But I love the color of that cabinet. And this is also nice. You have a linen closet right there in the bathroom. Very cool. All right, so we had the loft, we had a bedroom. This was just a big walk-in closet. Oh, that was the other thing that, you know, like maybe you didn't want to build a closet in the room. Well, you can always say like, all right, well, go use this closet right here. You already got a closet built there already. Then we got 2 other bedrooms here. We got a bathroom. And over here we have our laundry room. This one's a little bit bigger, which is nice. Got the utility sink still. And then now we have our primary. So it looks like, I could be wrong. Well, maybe it's not. Okay, maybe it's just because it's a little bit further back. I was gonna say, it looks like there's a pretty good buffer. Now, I mean, that is a pretty good buffer between homes. I've seen a lot smaller backyards than this, but it's a pretty good sized yard you have here for your backyard, which is nice. So this is unique. You don't see as many homes with this type of a layout. So it's, you know, kind of have a walkway to come through. And now you have your closet over here, kind of unique. You have a door leading into the closet. Okay, I see what they did here. So you have a door going into the closet and you have a door going into the bathroom. That way, if you need to, you know, close off any of those because the other person's sleeping, you can do that, right? But it's open right here. This entryway is open. Now we can go into the bathroom. And that window is giving tons of natural light. That is really nice. You do have tile on the floor in here. And also in the water closet. I'm getting a little bit of, here, these doors getting in my way. There we go. But then you have a big linen closet here. That's very nice. And then finally the shower. So if you have any questions, you know how to reach me, but all the info's in the description as well. If you ever have any questions about these homes, make sure to reach out to me. If you like this video, make sure to check out this video right here, or you can see the video that YouTube thinks you'll like right over here. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you next week.